Well, it's official. Trusting individuals get played like bitches. Hey, what's going on, YouTubialists? Just a little bit of a warning. If you're not ready to hear the word shit and fuck, you might want to click out of the video right now. I am so riled up right now, got a million thoughts racing through my head, but mainly aggression and pissed offness. You know, it's crazy the lengths that some people will go just to get what they want. Lie, cheat, finagle their way into getting whatever they fucking need. And you know what? It's the trusting people that get taken advantage of in these situations. So you guys are probably wondering what the fuck is going on, so alright, I'll get down to it. So here I am doing my usual red box and juice run down at the supermarket, and immediately once I step into the door, I'm waved over by an individual standing over by the cash register. But not just that, he actually steps over and grabs my hand and says, come here, I got something to tell you. I got something to ask you. I was like, we need to get away from all these people. And I look around, I'm like, what people? There's no people standing around. He's like, oh, all the employees. Right off the bat, I'm like, oh, fuck, great. Something really sketchy is about to happen. I walk with him a little bit just to see if he wants me to, like, probably buy him some alcohol, right? So we go down the frozen food section, and he's, like, really shaking. His hands are shaking, and his face is pouring like this, wicked white, like he has not eaten in days. So I'm actually genuinely concerned for the guy, as well as walking on eggshells just to make sure I don't do anything stupid. So as we're in the aisle, he explains to me how he's a diabetic and that he needs his insulin through these shots, and that he was actually going to go to the pharmacy section of the supermarket to get these shots, but he didn't have his identification so he could get them. So I'm like, oh shit, man, you're a diabetic and you can't get your insulin? Holy shit, this is serious. I felt really bad for the kid. He's shaking. I can tell something's fucking wrong with him. So I'm like, oh man, so what can I do to help you? He's like, well, I don't have my ID. Do you have your ID? I'm like, well, of course, you know, I had my ID on me even though I wasn't going to use it for this particular trip. So he asked me to go over to the pharmacy and get it for him. I was like, well, no problem. He's like, you need some insulin? So everything seemed to be okay, and then I could really help this guy just for getting him some insulin that's not illegal to buy. So in my mind, I didn't really, damn phone! So in my mind, it wasn't really a big deal since I'm not doing anything illegal. But when he handed me the money, he said a different thing. He said, yep, I need something, syringes. And then the second he said that I need syringes, I'm like, whoa, buddy. It's like, yo, man, are you fucking with me right now? You want syringes? You just told me you needed insulin, and now you need the syringes too? So he wanted both the syringes and the insulin, and I really wasn't comfortable buying the fucking syringes, but since he was getting the insulin, I was like, ugh. So I got really serious with the guy and told him, you're not fucking around with me, right? I'm not doing this for you if you're trying to fucking, you know, shoot up yourself or whatever. So he pulled up his arms, he showed me he had no fucking trace marks or whatever, and after he pulled up his shirt to prove that he didn't have any trace marks, I was, you know, like, ah, man, I can't leave this guy hanging like this, fucking dying in the store, you know what I mean? I mean, he lost his ID. What if someone else lost their ID and couldn't get their fucking medications? It would be horrible. So I felt like I could help this guy, so I fucking, I went over to the pharmacy counter with the $20 and I had my ID. I asked for what he wanted, and fucking, not but, like fucking 2 seconds later, they said, are you buying this for the dude that's right over there? And I didn't lie. I said yes, I'm buying it for him. And then they said, come, please come with me. They fucking brought the police officer that's always at the fucking pharmacy over into there and basically had me explain the whole situation, what I told you guys. I said I just walked into the store, he pulled me aside, he asked me to help him out. I felt really bad, and he looked like he really needed it, but when he gave me the money and said syringes, I was apprehensive, but then he convinced me, and then because of all this shit, the cop was really understanding and shit, and he knew that I wasn't a part of it. I wouldn't even know this fucking guy. I just wanted some Capri Suns, goddammit! So here I am in a small room outside the pharmacy at the supermarket, talking to some police officer, all because I was way too trusting, naive, and gullible to think that someone was actually telling me the truth when regarding something like a fucking syringe or insulin, diabetes and shit like that. You know, you can't trust people anymore. Holy fuck. He literally, I bet he went to the bathroom and sprayed his face down to make it look like he was sweating and fucking was shaking like this, just fucking making it look like he needed the insulin from the shots, you know, diabetes shots. So he totally took advantage of my trusting personality. Bam, fucking boozled me again. I got out of being in trouble with the cop just because I told him the truth. You know, I didn't want to be a part of this, so I was upset. I was really upset, and I'm still upset right now. And I'm sorry if my tone is fucking escalated an octave or two the whole video, but fuck, you know, I'm just genuinely upset at the nature of a lot of people's behavior nowadays. It's really sad, you know? If there were a lot more people like fucking Ellen DeGeneres, I know that's kind of weird to say, Ellen DeGeneres, that's fucking random. But you know what? Like, she is so... I don't know. I really love Ellen DeGeneres. She's really kind and, like, very altruistic, and I try to... why am I talking about Ellen? Fuck that! Alright, this is EXO, just sharing some shit. Fucking Ellen. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. EXO, signing out, fucking pissed.